Okay, so let's take a look at the grocery price tracker. Now, if you go into the app sheet, you have this create button, and within the database option, you can click on new database, right? So now this should open a view for you, a tabular view, right? As you can see, I already have one table here. If you want to get rid of this, you can select this delete table, right? I will add the new table before deleting this one. Right now I can delete this. And so there seems to be bug that it is not deleting it right now. So what I will do is I will just rename the database as, let's see, MyDB. And here what I will do is I will also rename this, right? So in table settings I will just call it grocery, right? And I will keep everything else to default. Save this, and here you can see the first column being the untitled one. Can edit that and keep it text, but I will replace this text with item. And then there is also drop down there category, so I will edit it and say category. So here we have to choose enum and drop down, and let me get rid of options, then add options, or something like this. Let's see, right? Then add another option where you can see, let's see, right? So these are some of the options that you have within category. Save this so that it applies here. Now one more column, I want to add specific to units, so the amount of things that you want to add up here. So here it should be a number, right? So number you can choose like this. So one more column, so name of the store you can have it in text, right? So where you purchase this and so on. Then there is also date, right? So if I scroll, I have to think of the date time, right? So in that case I will have to select this date time and then choose date. If you want to have time, you can do so. Save this. So there is one more column for that, right? Finally there should be a price, how much you paid for all of that, right? So it should be again number, again with decimals, because you know you have to think of that. You can add decimal, or you can even choose long text, or even text for that matter. It will contain everything. So I will keep text just in case. If you want to strictly go with number, you can do that. So decimal, you can have that. Then finally there should be notes, so that you can add any other random content. So we'll save that, right? So these are some of the columns that we have. I will try and delete this table again. Let's see if it allows us this time. So there seems to be bug not allowing me to delete that, right? So I will just close that for now, right? The next thing would be to just save this current setup as is. I will go back to dashboard here, right? Now we have one database, so I will just click create, then app, start with the existing data. So here let's see, I will add grocery tracker, and then category as something like on this, and then choose one of the Appsheet database. And here, as you can see, I selected database, and then I get to choose, as you can see, get to choose what to do. So I will select this one with all the options, right? Now I will click create, and then it should take that particular table's structure for the app sheet, right? So once you do that, it will present you with that particular view. Currently it doesn't have any default entries, so I'm sure it must be struggling over there to create tabular view, considering we don't have any data. So what I will do is I will just take a look at that view and then try and save it in another. So we'll be previewing that particular app in that case. Now as you can see, this is the view that we are getting. So what I will do is I will just take one of the desktop view or tablet view. So let's go with desktop. So this should open in new tab on browser, right? So here I want to show you views, and let's say if I go with the tabular view, I will save this so that next time I open it will show it in that particular view. Now I don't know why it is taking longer, so I will just refresh it. Some of the time what happens is that it goes in the loop and doesn't load the items. So now here you can see currently no items are here, but I can click add, and let's see if I add item. Another option being the category. As you can see, due to enum and the options, we have this drop down. Then units can have like 1 unit, then store, right? Then there is day month here, so this is more an Asian format. Then there is price, so it's like 299. Now I can click save at the top and it will be visible here. So here it shows the category at the top as well along with the items, right? If you want to adjust that part in the row, you can do so. So here you'll have to look group by category. If you don't want that, you can delete this, but a lot of people want group by so they can get the idea how many tasks within certain category were done, right? So we need that particular part, right? And we are getting the output, right? So here as you can see we have the preview of app in that context, right? So now we managed to create the grocery price tracker and basically grocery tracker in general within the Google App Sheet.